Why aren't we learning about how African history has contributed to why our governments and our societies are the way they are now in South Africa or Rwanda or Ghana or whatever? And I thought that was a really interesting point to kind of really bring through this idea of not just looking to the West. My name is Sophie Hannah and this is the CINE vlog where I talk about films, film reviews and everything to do with films. And today I'm probably taking a slight departure because I'm talking about a TV series on Netflix called Blood and Water. Now the plot of the series is, I'm going to try and keep this very short, it's about a young girl called Puleng who's growing up in Cape Town in South Africa, and her sister was abducted as a baby. She's never actually met this sister, but it kind of hangs as a shadow over her life. Her parents have never really let it go. Puleng goes to a party and she sees a girl who she believes, based on other evidences and things going on, that this could be her missing sister. And then Puleng sets about trying to confirm or deny whether this is her sister, and we kind of see her path in doing that. After watching the first episode, I straight binge watched it, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, number one for me has to be the way that they show Africa, the continent of Africa. Now, it's set in South Africa, but I think it's just so refreshing to see a side to the continent of Africa that I guess the West doesn't really show. Puleng is going to a school with wealthy South African children, so you're able to see the wealth, the culture, the stability that is going on in the continent of Africa, specifically in South Africa. And I think it's just a beautiful thing to see because we don't see it that much. Usually programs that are set in Africa are usually talking about, in my opinion, some sort of poverty or the issue of being black. But in this program, Puleng just happens to be black. What we're really seeing is the life of a teenage girl and the things that she's dealing with on a day-to-day basis. We're just seeing her life. It's so important to see stories like this. Netflix has put together a Black Lives Matter kind of watch, not series, but they kind of put a block of things together to watch for Black Lives Matters and programs, and a lot of them about some of the worst elements that we have to deal with in being black: incarceration, slavery, things like that. Whereas something like Blood and Water is just showing that actually that's not the sum total of our lives. There are other things going on. We're also just trying to live and to get by and trying to work out the world that we're living in. And the second main pro for me would really have to be the cast. Like, it's predominantly a young cast because it's showing Puleng going to school and the people she makes friends with, the guy she has interest in, and they're just a really talented ensemble. So the main girl who plays Puleng, her name is Amakamata. She's so central to this. It centers around her so much that they have really found somebody who's able to carry this off. She has this expressionful face. That's not even a word, but I'm going to use it. She has this face that is so full of expression. You know exactly what she's thinking, what she's feeling. And also the girl who plays her supposed sister, you know, we're trying to work it out. Is she not? She is played by Cozy Njema and she plays Fikile. They had to find girls who could really pull this off. And I always love to see a program that is very female centric and female focused and seeing female leads. And that is what we're seeing in this. Just the whole cast. It was just such an enjoyable watch. I also really love the subtle theme that it had as well in challenging the status quo in terms of African history. There's specifically a character called Wendy. She's in class and she's a bit of a goody two-shoes, but what she does is really talk about, you know, why are we only being taught like Eurocentric history? Why are we learning about, you know, World War II from like the Nazis, and why are we learning about that? Why aren't we learning about African culture? Why aren't we learning about the scramble for Africa? Why aren't we learning about how African history has contributed to why our governments and our societies are the way they are now in South Africa or Rwanda or Ghana or whatever? And I thought that was a really interesting point to kind of really bring through this idea of not just looking to the West, looking at who we are and where we come from and the history that we have. And I really love the way that was brought in. In terms of the cons, now I think for me the main con would have to be the way that this is set up in the first episode. It appears that it's mainly about the abduction story. Is Puleng going to find her sister? Is it her sister? But this really, on watching it, is a teen drama. Think of the OC. You know, it's kind of like this affluent lifestyle of people and seeing their day-to-day lives. So, you know, about being popular, playing sports. I didn't realize it was so much a teen drama and teen focus because it made me feel like, I don't know if I resonate with everything on here, because I don't think it was necessarily pitched for my age. So that would be a con, but I don't think that's definitely going to be a con for everybody. I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy it. And I know the cast has just found out that it's going to be picked up for a second season. So there is more to see in Blood and Water. Now, in terms of ratings, I rate my films and my TV series according to burgers, giving a total of 5 burgers for being the highest rated, most delicious burger and delicious film. And out of a total of 5 burgers, I would give Blood and Water 3.5 burgers, which is a very good score. It's a tasty burger. It's one that you would recommend. It's one that's fulfilling. And I think it's just one of the great things about Netflix. It's just the diversity of content that they have. And I really love to see them make more things showing diverse voices, diverse people. And I think that we're definitely starting to see that in programs like Blood and Water. Now, I always like to end my vlogs on a question. And today's question is going to be, what was your favorite teen drama, either now or growing up? There have been a lot. There has been 90210. The OC was massive when I was growing up. But what is your favorite teen drama? Don't forget to leave your answer down below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see all of the things that I'm publishing and all the content that's coming out. Don't forget to follow me on social media. That information is also down below. So go and click and follow on whatever it is that you have to do. But until the next time, I'll be seeing you soon.